Does apologizing convey weakness? As a strong man, should I ever apologize, or should I just go along throughout the day pretending I'm Superman? And if I do apologize, how do I do it in such a way that doesn't make me look weak? And how do I do it in such a way where my message is heard and my apology is actually accepted, and I reap the benefits, if you want to call it that, from actually apologizing? That's what we're covering in today's video. Hi, I'm Jeff Campbell from DivorcedParentsClub.com, and I'm on a mission to help other divorced parents navigate this world that we now find ourselves living in. So first, let's ask the question, is apologizing vulnerable? Is it creating vulnerability? Is it making you look vulnerable to the other person? The answer is yes, and that's a good thing. Whether we're talking about our kids, whether we're talking about somebody that we're dating, whether we're even talking about our ex-wife, it is good to be vulnerable with them as long as they are a person of integrity. If they're not a person of integrity, maybe you don't want to do that. But in all other cases, you do want to apologize genuinely, and that will make you vulnerable. It will make you seem more human. Let me give you an example. For many years, close to 20 years, I was a leader for Whole Foods Market across the country. I had thousands of employees over the years, and I always apologized when I made a mistake. I always apologized when I screwed up. And guess what? Did that make me look like a weak leader in their eyes or a stronger leader in their eyes? It made me look like a stronger leader in their eyes, at least for 99.9% of the people who worked for me. The vast majority of them loved working for me. I loved working with them, and I'm still friends with hundreds of them today on social media. But I always took ownership when I screwed up, because guess what? They knew I had screwed up. I knew I had screwed up. If I had not apologized for it and pretended like I had never made a mistake, that would have just made me look like a jackass in their eyes. That would have made me look weaker. So apologizing, taking ownership of it, correcting whatever it was I had done, and then moving forward made me look like a stronger leader in their eyes. And the same thing will happen when you apply that technique to children, to spouses, to ex-spouses, to girlfriends, boyfriends, etc. It's always going to be a good thing if you do it correctly, and how to do it correctly we're going to get into in just a minute. Real quick though, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, hit that like button and then smash the subscribe button and the bell notification button too. So when should you apologize and when should you not apologize? For starters, never apologize for someone else's mistake. It's okay to empathize with somebody if they've gotten a raw deal, like, oh man, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Saying, I'm so sorry it happened to you is not the same thing as saying, oh, I'm so sorry. Because when you say, oh, I'm sorry, you're taking some level of ownership and responsibility for whatever it was that happened. And if it had nothing to do with you, you don't need to be doing that, and that will make you look weak. Don't do that. I've been guilty of that in the past, and it's something I'm working on now. I do like to empathize with other people's situation, and I do like to, not feel sorry for them, but help them understand that I understand where they're coming from, and I feel bad that that happened to them. But don't take responsibility for other people's actions. Do take responsibility for your actions. Do apologize when you've made a mistake that has impacted someone else's life. Do it and follow the steps I'm about to get into in terms of how to do that correctly in a way that doesn't make you look weak. So what are the right and the wrong ways to actually apologize? Well, don't ever apologize multiple times to the same person for the same thing. That makes you look weak, makes you look like you're trying to kiss their ass and kind of beg their forgiveness and all that kind of thing. And it could be a serious screw up. Maybe you cheated on your wife or something like that, and it is a serious screw up. But you don't want to apologize over and over and over again. That does make you look weak. And guess what? When you look weak, they no longer respect you as much. And if they don't respect you as much, they're going to have a much harder time forgiving you. I know that sounds counterproductive, but it is actually true. So a heartfelt apology that genuinely takes ownership of it, say it one time to the person that you wronged, and really own it, really hear what they have to say, and really put into place whatever actions you need to take to not repeat that mistake. Say it something like, I'm not talking about cheating, but let's take another example. Let's say that I told my girlfriend I would pick her up at 8 for dinner, and I don't get there until 8:45, and I didn't call or text ahead of time. I would say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It was inexcusable of me to be this late and to not let you know I was running late. I have no excuse. I'm so sorry. I promise you it will never happen again. That's it. That's all you have to say, and then take the steps to make sure it doesn't ever happen again. What you don't want to do is just kind of drag that out. You also don't want to say like, well, I'm sorry I'm running late, but, it's like the kids and the dogs and everything, and I just got way behind, and, that sounds like you're making a bunch of excuses for your own poor time management. That's essentially what that says. It also conveys that you don't really value their time that much because you didn't plan properly. So say it one time, really take ownership of it, and never say the word but following the end of your apology. That just sounds like you're making excuses. Never try and justify your mistake. If you made a mistake, you made the mistake. Nobody else made it. No circumstance, nothing. It wasn't the pet's fault that I was running late. I didn't prioritize my time correctly. That's on me and me alone. Anyway, these are tools that you can put into place when you communicate with your kids, with an ex-spouse, with a girlfriend, future wife, whatever. You can use these techniques anytime, any place, with anyone, and I promise you it will not make you look weak if you do it the right way. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.